Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T26E5 Patriot. It's basically a Pershing tank on steroids. Yes, it's the Tier 8 American Premium Heavy Tank. It's located on the south spawn of Abbey under the command of pitro123. Game on! Pitro has been playing his T26E5 quite a lot recently, and well, he's certainly generating benefits. As you can see, 3 marks on the barrel there. Now, the Patriot used to be the go-to tank if you wanted to have a heavy tank battle, because after all, it's virtually indestructible once it's hulled down. Mainly down to the fact that turret is a 190mm at the front. And the hull's pretty tough at the front as well, 152mm on the hull. Now, he can't see the enemy, but he has been spotted. So somebody in those bushes up ahead is spotting him. Well, they found one of the enemy that's spotting them. It's a Batchat 25TAP, the Tier 9 version of the Batchat. And him and the Patriot decided, or Patriot, and the Progetto decided to go for it. Okay, gets one round in, but takes a round from the 90mm on the Batchat. But his reload is also very, very good, and there goes the Batchat. Kill shot goes to the standard B, but he has taken some damage. Now, Pitro's decided to peel off and have a quick look up the heights. Oh no, good job he did, because that's a wacky trade. And he's alight. He set him alight. Or did he? No, he's dead. Actually, I don't think it was Pitro who put him alight, but certainly one of the players on this group did. But he got the kill shot. He's tracked the VK. It's a mountain, I think, actually. And another shot in. The alpha damage on this gun is 240, so he's getting high rolls on some of these. But the best thing about the Patriot is the reload speed. Normal reload is 6.9 seconds, and you can see Pitro's got 5.9 seconds. So he's pumping out the ammo very, very quickly. Now, I think that Caro is actually behind that rock, so he can't get a shot on that guy. Not yet. He's trying to get shots on the enemy just around the corner. There should be a T25-2 in that position. The guy was last seen there next to the bush when people are shooting up towards the Abbey Road. I think he's deciding whether or not he wants to actually go up the heights. What he's decided to. And there's the Caro. Gets one into his engine bay. And he was seen, so he pulled back just to avoid the counter. Unfortunately, he did get hit by the T25-2, who was there, and in fact now he's getting shot in the ass by this VK3002B. He fires one in, gets a critical hit, but unfortunately takes another shot from that VK. He's lost a lot of hit points from these guys. I think the thing is, they're shooting into the weak areas like the sides of the vehicle, plus they're using APCR because they know he's very difficult to bring down. Okay, we've got a Carnarvon. A nice one. That one hit the engine as well. He hasn't slowed down though, so he's still rotering. I did that time because that tracked him. And he gets another shot in. It makes the Carnarvon a one shot. He won't get another shot because he's behind the buildings now. Pulling back just in case that VK can see. No, he can't see the VK. Okay, well the enemy's making a move towards our cap area. Can he get a shot? tries to get a shot on the Progettos. He's coming down from the hill. Can't get a shot on the Super Hellcat, not at the moment. Oh, but he can hit the Super Pershing. And that was nicely timed. He's looking this way. Now, I think the reason he actually changed his aim point was because, of course, the Super Pershing does have that extra armour around the turret. And he was trying to hit the cupola, which of course is the weak spot. T-54 is having difficulty now. And the VK's come back as well. And he does take another round from that VK. Yeah. And they are capping. But it's only one in the cap so far. The VK actually came down low. He got a nice one into the cupola there. Yes, and again, good accuracy. Now, there's an enemy T26 just the other side of that rise. I think he's going to have to go back to the cap because the T54 Mod 1 can't move. Not for the moment. He's kind of stuck there. If he tries to pull away, he's going to get shot at from the cap area. There's only one in the cap so far, but Petro is rushing back as fast as he can. Top speed of this vehicle is only 40 kilometers an hour, so it's not that fast. But it just does have great armour, and that's one of the reasons why it's actually fairly slow. Oh, now, well, that's interesting, because they actually did stop the cap. And I'm not sure if it was actually stopped because they pulled out of the cap, or because the T-54 first prototype managed to get a kill. He did get a kill. Petro's trying to decide which way round he's going to go. I think he's actually holding up here. He's setting up a defensive position because of that guy. Yes, good shot into the cupola. In fact, actually, it looked like it went into the compensators, or there's those little tubes on top of the, just above the gun. They're the, I think it was either the reciprocator or the counterbalance for the gun, because the gun was just too big for the turret, so they had to have something to hold the gun up. They couldn't counterbalance it. It's being very cheeky. Gets another one in. He's getting these right in the weak spot, where just above the armour. But they are still capping, so he needs to get a move on to get back to the cap. But he's got a couple of his teammates near the enemy cap, but they're just not capping. And if he's worried that if he actually pulls out from this position, moves towards the Super Pershing, that he'll get shot and out the game, because he's basically a one-shot. 227. Yeah, and he was seen there. Somebody is poking and keeping him in sight. Well, he has to make a move now. He's only got 19 seconds left. It's the Super Hellcat that's capping. He has to take the risk. If he doesn't, they've got the reset, so at least that's something. But there's only 2 of them left on their team, facing 3 opponents. Hello. Yeah, he showed the top of his turret there. Big mistake. The one thing you can't do on the Super Pershing is show you the turret. In fact, actually, what he did was he should have kept it moving to make it very difficult to aim. And a lot of people who have Super Pershings know that fact. Now, the Super Hellcat's come down to the corner, because he's trying for the one shot to get a kill. Oh, he tried there. But remember, he's got a long reload, so the moment he's fired, he's got to wait a little while. He's trying to shoot over the rock, but into the target. Oh, and the Super Hellcat fired again, which means this time round he can take the move and get the kill. And that's it. They've won. Well done, Petro. Here's the end of battle results. It was a great game by Pitro123 of the VANDA clan. he got his first ace tanker in the T26E5 Patriot. Very well done. He also got a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and also a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate in that battle, 9,461, which is Super Unicum standard and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he got the highest damage with 4,289 hit points. The next high scorer was the T25-2 on the enemy team, who got 3,615 hit points. He picked up a Confederate as well. And the third highest damage was the standard B on his own team with 3,565 hit points, but he didn't survive the game. When it came to kills, it was the T54 first prototype who got 4 kills. 3 kills went to Petro and also to the standard B. Nobody on the enemy team managed to get more than 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, it's Petro. Yes, he got 1,756. A very high ace tanker, you could say, because he did so much damage, and of course he had such a contribution to the game. 1,038 went to the standard B, and they were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000. The next highest being the T54 first prototype with 851. He fired 32 rounds in that game, 25 direct hits and 19 penetrations, damage of 4,289 hit points, of which 774 were at more than 300 meters. He received 9 hits from the enemy. 6 of them penetrated, 3 non-penetrations. A lot of those shots actually hit the side of the vehicle and actually managed to punch their way through. The T25-2 fired from his cap area and got 1 shot in, but it was that VK kept hitting him in the sides or in a weak spot on the turret, because he was shooting down on Petro, making it easy to find a weak spot and get it through. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3, did 2,782 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 157,997 credits, got 78,998 from personal reserves, a total of 236,995 credits altogether. After repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, he actually took away a profit of 185,520 credits. He earned 2,634 XP, 263 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 2,897 experience points altogether. That was all for a battle lasting 9 minutes 21 seconds. So I guess some of you who don't have this tank in your inventory, in your armory, in your garage, are probably asking yourself, why don't I have it? And that's a good question, because it's not always on sale, but as far as I'm aware, but it is a very good tank because it does generate a lot of profit if you know how to play it. It's all a matter of actually being able to take advantage of the fact that once it's hulled down, it's very difficult to kill, so long as the enemy is not shooting down on you from above and able to penetrate the roof of the tank. So ideally you want to be in a position where you're kind of in a hold down position with a bit of rubble in front of you, just the top of your turret showing, and it makes it very difficult for the enemy to hit you, so long as you can keep your cupola moving about so they don't actually go for that, because that's the weak spot that they can penetrate. If you don't want to actually get the Patriot, which has of course got the patriotic colour scheme, basically American Revolution patriotism colour scheme, you can always get the plain version, the T26E5, without the Patriot colour scheme. In fact, that's what I've done. I've gone for that one because the reason is that most people ignore it. They look at it, they think, oh, it's just another Pershing. It's not a Pershing. It's a T26E5. It is a Pershing, but it's a Pershing on steroids, which is very difficult to kill. And it's also got that magnificent 90mm gun, which fires very, very quickly. So you can rack up the damage, and it doesn't take much effort. Well, it was a fair bit of effort from Petro to get this, but he's been playing it a lot, and he's generating vast amounts of credits from this tank. So it's worthwhile having. It's just, obviously, you'd have to buy it, and it's expensive. But you can buy it for gold on discount. I think it has been available for discount on gold. It's certainly in the store if you go to the tab where you can pick up tanks for gold. So you might want to have a look at it and consider it. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.